because the one thing that I think we've done a better job, but we need to continue to strive to do a better job for, is just read, but read what interests you. Pick something that interests you and go with it, because the one thing that I've discovered is that, and I didn't discover it till later in life, because I was a struggling reader when I was a kid, because English was like my third language growing up. But reading tells you so much more than any video, any movie, any TV series. Like, you can watch the greatest TV series ever invented that are hours an episode. It'll never give you everything than what a book gives you. So, like, even the Merlin Adventure, I'm telling you, if they were to make that into a movie series, TV series, I'm telling you, it wouldn't even come close to what you're reading. The depth, not even close. And so part of the reason why, even like I was going back to like the Thrawn series, those book series can give me more about that character and the whole background than any, it could be hundreds of hours. It wouldn't be enough. So I think that's the one thing, like, I opened my eyes up later in life, to be quite honest. I didn't appreciate reading until like I was like in my junior, senior year in college, and then when I became a professional. But to get young people to read, whatever it is, just read. It's so important. It really does.
Coming up in March, Nevada Reading Week. We'll have more on that.
That's right, for sure. No, it's important, and but I think a lot of times there's more ways to assist you with reading too. Because I'll be quite transparent. I'm get the book, and I have an Audible account, and I'll follow it through Audible. So if for those of you who don't know what Audible is,
it's okay.
Yeah,
you're still engaged in critical thinking.
That's right. So I'm reading it, and I'm letting it read to me, but also too, it's engaged you so much to the depth of it, and also you retain more information. It's like active sensory, getting all the senses associated with it, right? So, but it's great. I love it. I really do. I think it's. We got more people have got to read. They just got to get the time to read, too.
And the library, we have Destiny Discover, and we have tons of audiobooks on there. So, yeah. One of the things I wanted to point out that we're going to do here in the spring semester is get every freshman class into the library, give them an orientation, show them how to access Destiny Discover, where they can see all the books we have in our catalog, in the district, the public library, and the audiobooks and the ebooks too, which will lead into the Nevada Reading Week Challenge. So
yeah, that'd be great.
I wanted to ask you, put you on the spot here.
Sure.
Can I get some of those coupons that gives the winners or participants of these contests some snacks?
Oh, you're talking about the free snacks?
Yeah.
Oh, that's easy.
Okay.
Of course,
okay.
Of course. I mean, we could even go bigger than that if we need to, like do raffles or anything like that for some prizes.
The winners?
Absolutely. Yeah, the winners. Let's do that. I think so.
Maybe some merch.
Yeah, no doubt. We can merch. We can get some gift cards. We can do some... again, we can do raffle tickets for X amount, whatever the provisions are to get those, and we can just put them in a big raffle and make that as part of it too.
Cool.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That's definitely going to drive in some people.
Yeah, there you go. I think so. For sure, prizes.
Can we get you to commit right now, Eason, in participating in these contests, these reading contests?
Well, I'm a busy man.
No. That's a commitment, Easton. We're going to get you committed. We have to.
Finals.
We're gonna make a pledge
semester.
next semester. We're gonna make the pledge right now. So
yep.
All right, we got it.
We need you to help promote it.
I can definitely help.
See, there you go. Good stuff, man.
Yeah. Is there anything school related you'd like to promote, Mr. Markouzis?
Well, I mean, there's always so much action coming in our school, right? Like we have a robust winter sports schedule. All of our performing arts just finished doing all their performances last week. Student council. I would say this. What I want to continue to promote with our school is not just only our amazing students, our community, our magnet program, and I think what we need to continue to do is continue to sell the great stuff that goes on in our school. I really think that with the amount of choice families have today, I think what they have to keep in mind that the comprehensive high school experience is the best experience in a young person's life. And it cannot be understated or overstated enough, because I think there's and I tell this to young people, I tell this to my son who's a freshman in high school, I'm going to tell this to you, I tell it to every student. The 4 years of high school is probably, you'll reflect upon it, could be the best 4 years experience that you'll have in your lifetime. I'm not saying it's the best part of your life. It's going to be a momentous, and whether you're an athlete or not, or involved in just this aspect, just being in the comprehensive high school experience is important. And I think with all the choices with like specialized magnet schools or blended online hybrid schools or these other smaller schools, I'm not saying those are bad. What I will say this is that I feel for those students, because when you reflect on the totality of your life and you go back, I'm 49, I look back and some of the best moments I've had in my life are high school and college. And I'm like, and it's just because you meet so many people and you're involved. And even though, again, you're not directly involved in athletics, you may or may not be, just the experience of being involved on a campus like this is so much fun. And I just want to make sure that young people realize that you really enjoy, take every opportunity it's given. Don't be dismissive of like, oh, I don't want to. Just try it. You're physically young. You can do things that grown people can't do, like athletically. With your time, you can bounce back differently. So just seize every moment you have while you're young, because when you get like old and withered down like Dr. Rico and I, we cherish those little moments we do have where we can feel youthful. I think it's important. Not that we're old people, but
pickleball.
That's right, exactly. Little things like that. I think it's amazing how much we enjoy those moments when we're older, but when we're younger, we took them for granted. And I just want the young people to know, like, seize every moment, because it's amazing in the span of your life how small that is that you have. So,
well, I'm gonna do my little promotion here too. I wanted to directly promote my teacher, Miss McGee.
Ooh, nice.
From video production.
That's right.
Let me tell you, she is the Gordon Ramsay of media. She makes sure everything is good and you do your best.
I love it.
A saying I like to say, which I never said until now,
Sure,
is you won't know the opportunities you can get until you get them. And
Yep.
I've been given extraordinary opportunities. NFL, I'm going to UNLV in February.
Yeah.
Excellent opportunities. She makes sure you're right, make sure you're on time. She does everything wonderfully. So I just want to take this little moment to
Yeah, she's
promote her.
amazing.
Yeah, I enjoy going down there and
Yep.
spend a little time with you guys. I have a little bit of a TV background, but she's awesome. And hopefully, Eason, yourself, Miss McGee, myself, maybe Dr. Wright, will be able to stream the basketball games live and do some play-by-play and color analysis in the future.
It may take some time, but I think we can pull that off.
I would agree. We have the tech, and if we need more tech, you got my support to buy it. So whatever needs to happen, I think that would be outstanding if we can give it from a student perspective, announcing, commentary, a production. Yeah. That would be wonderful.
Sideline reporting.
Oh, that would be incredible. If we were to have that, that'd be outstanding. It really would be. I mean, it's a huge undertaking. I'm sure you know that, right? Like there's, for every person in front of the camera, there's 5 to 10 behind the camera to make it work. So, like I just seen some of the events that you guys have put on with Miss McGee when we have like speakers come in. I mean, there's an army to make it right, just to get a couple mics working with a camera. So I know it's a huge undertaking, but hey, at a minimum, if we can do some commentary, have even if it's just one camera angle at minimum with a sideline, start small and then go from there, and build upon it. You got to start from somewhere, even if it's just a play-by-play. I mean, that in itself would be huge.
One person.
Just a play-by-play would be great.
Yeah.
I used to record basketball. I used to stay till 10
wow.
almost every day in different schools going home. The issue with video production now, which Miss McGee, please don't come for me, is there is a lot of people that need to be behind the camera for the production of work, of course. And there's probably about 6 to 7 people every time that whenever there's something going on, will go.
Yeah,
Holocaust we had recently, I went.
Yeah.
We had a assembly last time in the theater was about women's appreciation. Yep. I went to that one. Yep. There's just a small handful of people that are willing to come, and of course it's young folks. They probably want to go home and play video games and all that. but it's a big task. It's a Herculean task, and it's a fun one.
Yeah.
When you get to it, it's just there's not a lot of motivation when it comes to taking those first steps.
So, Easton, not to sound like a dad, but keep doing what you're doing, because the world is only made of a few leaders. You're one of them. Okay? So keep working, keep grinding. You may not know what it's going to be, but you being out front and taking this responsibility and leading will prove dividends when you're older. I'm just telling you that right now. It's easy. The path of least resistance is easy. To not show up is easy. To do less work is easy. What's hard is what you just said. Stay till 10. Be accountable. Be dependable. Be someone that can count. That's all those qualities you just understood. So tribute to you. Don't change, because it's going to prove dividends in your life, in your future. So keep being who you are. You can't force, right, the people that don't do stuff to not do stuff. You can maybe encourage one more person to come on board, but that's why there's only a handful of people that are lead, and the rest are followers, right? And you're one of those leaders. So keep doing your thing. It's going to pay off greatly as you get older, for sure. I know it will.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Is there anything you would like to add?
No, I'm very impressed with Eason.
Yeah.
You're very wise beyond your years.
You are,
You're like an old soul.
You are, sir.
Right?
That's good.
And,
That's a good thing. Yeah.
Hopefully we'll have you co-hosting, maybe even hosting this thing. I'll just hang out by the board in the future, because I'm really impressed with you and your maturity and your initiative. Like Mr. Markouzis said, you're a leader already.
Yep.
Right?
I would agree.
Yep.
100%.
So keep doing what you're doing.
I will.
Yep.
Me and my team will definitely.
There you go. No doubt. No doubt.
Is there anything else you want to mention, Mr. Markouzis?
I thought we were going to give me some hardball questions. No hardball questions today. You don't want to give me a hardball question? What are the kids saying? What are the young people?
What's the mitochondria?
Single cell organism. Do I still have that down? Is that
maybe in the future we can elicit questions through our Instagram, library
That's
Instagram,
right.
and
no, I know it's like,
first podcast.
No, I appreciate that. So and let me know. I'm happy to come on for other topics. I often go into classes and teachers invite me in, or even in student government or in other classes. I've gone into mock trial and We the People as well. They like to ask me a lot of questions on the state of affairs when it comes to students and what the day-to-day life of school. And I know that sometimes, and there's things that I can control and things that I can't control, and I'll often answer those questions. So I have no problem with that as well. And I'm not always right. The one thing that I do know, I'm not always right. And one thing I also know is that I actually get great ideas when I talk to young people, because the young people, from their lens and your perspective, sometimes, I don't always see it that. None of the older people don't always see it that way. And I think it's important we continue to keep students at the center of our work. Students are the reason why we do our work, right? This is our core mission, is to create an environment for our students to not only love coming to school, appreciate the learning environment, and and we have to keep them at the center. And if a student feels, or students feel like maybe the adults aren't, and it's we need to explain the why we do business. But I think keeping students at the core of our work is what will help continue to make this place a better place, for all of us. So, but thank you for having me on. This is great. It really is.
Thank you.
No problem.
I want to thank everybody for listening. Hopefully we'll have a lot of listeners here on our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And please tune in to the Library Media Center podcast in the future. We're going to try to nail down Mr. Canfield as our next guest.
All right, good luck. He's a tough guy to nail down.
Yep.
No, it's all right.
Tough get.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you again.
You're welcome.
It was worth the wait.
No, awesome. Well, thank you again. I look forward to the next one.
All right. Issa, do you want to sign off?
Goodbye.
There we go.
All right, good. You got to work on that catchphrase there at the end there, Eason. You're gonna.
I'll work on it.
This is my personal computer. Ran out of memory. So we got some video.
That's all right. No worries. No worries, sir. That's good. Good stuff, Eason.
Thank you. Welcome. Now I got to do imaginary numbers.
Imaginary numbers.
I do 2 honors.
Oh, yes.